What's up, y'all? It's Chief Ola back at it with another lesson. Before I start my lesson, like always, I'd like some peace and positive energy going to the beautiful, sexy, lovely galaxies on the land. Peace and positive energy, love and light onto you. I'd like some peace and positive energy, love and light onto the gods as well. Peace to the gods. Peace and positive energy onto the beings that are not made the way I am, but can reflect something within me. Peace to you as well. I will also, most importantly, like some peace and positive energy on to the ancestors and the divine feminine energy, Big Mama. Um, I would like to send all the love and positivity and gratitude towards it. Um, I would also like to send peace, positive energy onto lost souls, the souls that's unaware of who they are on the land right now. I would like to send peace and positive energy onto you. I would also like to send peace to the cosmos and peace to the planet. Um, yeah, it's gonna be a quick little video. The ancestors wanted me to speak on enlil. What? Now, if you ain't familiar with enlil is basically the Yakub that we all been speaking of. The man that created the root. Created the group of devils in the Caucasus Mountains, what we know today as white people, right? But the Yakub that they talk about is really Enlil. The same shit Yakub was supposedly doing was what Enlil was doing. He was creating these beings to basically be imposters on the land, right? He was considered to be a god, right? An Anunnaki god, Enlil. But he ain't one of us, though. He ain't no motherfucking God. I don't even know why we say he was an Anunnaki God, but that's what he is. He went against the divine feminine energy, right? And started fucking over shit. It's the reason why we here now to clean his shit up. To clean up his mess, his dirt. Now, the Bible, the whole idea of the Bible came from him, right? A lot of his words is in the Bible. They tell you if it's written in red, then it came from God himself. Right. Enlil, he only write in blood. That's how he write. He don't write nothing to be able to help people. He only write in blood. Right? So if he said God said what God said, God is a jealous God. Right? We all read that verse, but we don't necessarily question why he would be jealous. If you a fucking God, why would you be jealous? You're a God. You don't even really understand the definition of a God. A God, I'm a generator, I'm an operator, and I am a destroyer. So I can generate whatever I want, I can operate it, and I can destroy it. Anything in sight. I can generate any form of knowledge. I can operate the knowledge, and then I can destroy anything that's against of what I generated, the information that I have. Right? So it's in the Bible. God is a jealous God. That don't make sense. That's Enlil talking. Enlil is basically telling you that he don't want nobody above him. He don't want to respect the divine feminine energy. He don't want her being on her throne. Right? So he sent his kids in, which we know as the dirty Moors or the Jews or the Spanish conquistadors, to kill us off the land so he can knock off Big Mama. So when you reading God is a jealous God in red, that's his handwriting. That's Enlil speaking. Anything that don't got shit to do with him, he got a problem with it. That's why he gave you this whole idea of this artificial God named Jesus. That's him. How you talking about? Right? He give you all these rules and regulations that he wants you to follow. Don't listen to nobody else but me. If you listen to anybody else, then you blaspheming me. Meaning you're going against me, you're going against my word. You're going against my teachings. That's all enlil. That's all his work. Right? Because his children, right? His children put the words in the Bible that he was saying. Right now, what a lot of people would get confused at is that some words in the Bible is not necessarily bad, right? Beware of false prophets who come dressed in sheep's clothing, but inwardly raving within wolves. Right? A lot of sayings that we used to say to each other on the land, a lot of that shit was stolen. They stole a lot of our sayings and incorporated that into the Bible. Right? So you looking at the Bible and looking at a lot of these words and you don't even know it came from us, the organic beings to the land. Right? So the words, a lot of the words that's in the Bible that's going against the the devil, which is Satan, Lucifer, a lot of that is our words. So you reading the words in red thinking that's coming from your God when that's really the enemy. And the words that you reading that's talking against the enemy come from us. Well, you wouldn't even realize it. Right? Enlil, like I said, he don't like us. He look like us, but he don't like us. He not us. He got his children here to kill us off the land because they know we are righteous. We organic to the land. This motherfucker don't want us here. Right? A lot of our shit he gave to his children. Right? So you look at a lot of the popes have rings. A lot of those rings came from us. Right? So you got in the Masonic lodges where they have certain rings, and those certain rings represent what lodge they come from. So if you have a green ring, that will represent you coming from the green lodge, which is the earth lodge, which is teaching the divine feminine principalities. So if you see a pope with a green crystallized ring, that mean them motherfuckers stole it from the organic beings on the land, which is us. We used to have that shit, wearing crystallized rings and all that shit. That was us. That's where the Masons get that shit from. The chiefs used to wear it. We used to wear crystallized rings on our fingers, right? But in our infiltration, they took them from us, and they passed them down to the popes, which is Enlil's kids. A lot of motherfuckers don't even know that. That's what they did. right? Because these popes is supposed to be the ones that are the messengers, right, of Jesus, right, of God. They supposed to be the messengers, but the whole time these is the motherfuckers that's doing the bullshit to you, and you don't even realize it. Don't even realize it. You know, this is why you gotta pay attention to Rashad Jamal, Divine Insight. Divine Insight was telling you about Enlil, but he was just saying Yakub, right? He was telling you about what the fuck happened on land. He was telling you what they did to us and how they looked like us, but they wasn't us. He was telling you what the fuck they was, but he just didn't go too in depth to it. But he was telling you what was going on, right? So this is why we trying to stop this whole illusion of the Bible and Christianity, because we're not no fucking Christians. We don't believe in any God that's outside of us. You are God, God is you. You have to go within yourself to reach the access of God, the nature of God. The mind is God. The lower base of your body is God. Your whole body is God. You just have to realize it. So they had to feed us the doctrine that it was somebody above us, and the motherfucker that's above us is enlil. Or at least he tried to be above us, but we figured his ass out. We know who he is. He can't he can't he can't get this shit off no more. We know who the fuck he is. And we know our power now. You could believe me or it is what it. I'm just delivering a message. But this is what it is. Right? So everybody wanna be with this religion, Christianity shit. You don't even realize what the fuck this shit is and who it came from. You don't even realize. Cause I told you the cross came from the aunt, right? But what they did was they took off the top part of the ankh, which will represent the woman's womb. They took that part off to just have a cross, right? A single cross. To where it's not honoring the divine feminine, it's only honoring the masculine, right? Motherfuckers don't even pay attention to that. So if you really know what's going on and you tapped in, you can really see that this is all Enlil shit. He erased the woman out of the whole equation. Erased the woman out the whole book. Right? And is intended on feeding you these bullshit lies. Right? Telling you lies in your motherfucking face, but you don't even realize you being lied to. Right? So you have to you have to be able to realize and understand the deceiver. You have been lied to your whole life. Right? They told you lies about everything that you are on a spiritual level, on a cultural level, right, to your culture. They lied to you. and you was deceived by a nigga that looked just like you, but you just never got it, right? So this is why a lot of people need to go back in those Bibles, right? You go back in them and try to read them out and really try to question your own knowledge of what you envy of, to try to piece it together. That's what you do, or curious of, and piece it together, right? Because it's a story that when the dirty Moors came onto the land, right, they was on some go along, get along shit, trying to, pillow talk us, tell us certain shit, teach us about uh their beliefs and what they go off and all that, and they tried to do something with us to where they wanted us to pray with them, right? So we closed our eyes along with them, right? They said their little prayer, and then after the prayer was finished, we opened our eyes, and we had the book, we had the Bible, and they had the land. Right now, I already explained why that would even make sense. Us, as the organic beings to the land, we don't pray. Prayer is not power. Because if you praying for something, then that means you don't believe that what you want is not going to happen. Praying is going outside of yourself. That's you wanting something to happen, but not already knowing it's going to happen because you know your power. You know what you can attract. Right? So if I get you to start praying, going outside of yourself, then nigga, I'll take the land from you, because the land is God's labor. As you create in here, you create out here. So the world that you have without you is the world that's within you. So basically, so basically, I give you in exchange, I give you my lie and I take your truth. That's what it is. Hold on real quick. I gotta do something real quick. Hold on. But yeah, like I was saying though, you pray and you go outside of yourself, I take the land from you, because the land is your labor. That's what it is. So they gave us they bullshit ass lies, and they took our truth. So now most of us is in a shithole because we don't know our truth no more. We don't even know what the fuck we is. I know what I am, but a lot of us don't know what the fuck we is. Right? Cause you try to tell motherfuckers, man, that Christianity religion shit, man, that shit ain't it. Motherfuckers, they don't want to listen to it because they think you talking against a God that they worshiping, but that God that you worshiping in is not your God. He never was your God. God is not a man. God is feminine energy. God is not no man. Who the fuck made it a rule that God is a man? Why do God gotta be a man? Nigga, everything around us is feminine. Why the fuck he gotta be a man? Ain't no man gonna be able to create no pussy. No man can do that. Most of these niggas don't even know what to do when they girl come on their period. Most of them don't even know how to even tend to them. Leave them in the house by themselves. Don't know how to care for them and be there for them, hug on them, kiss on them. You know, let them know that they in good hands and I'm here for it. Niggas don't even know how to do that. So how the fuck you think a man that don't even know how to tend to a woman gonna create her pussy? That don't even make sense. That don't even fucking make sense to me. I don't even know how motherfuckers even believe that. It don't make sense to me. You gotta be able to tell me how that makes sense. For this nigga to be able to create a pussy. And he all divine masculine energy. First of all, we don't even have as much mitochondrial DNA as the divine feminine energy anyway. They have more mitochondrial DNA than we have. That's why they so powerful on the land. That's why their blood is a little bit thicker than ours is, because they have that mitochondria. Right? So ain't no man responsible for creating this shit around here. I would never believe that, because that ain't the truth. No man did that shit. This is all feminine energy. All divine feminine energy. No man did this shit. So when you reading a story about a man, you reading about Enlil, the motherfucker that took God, the real God, off their throne. That's what you reading about. Believe me if you want to believe me. I don't give a fuck. Believe me if you want to believe me. This is just a message. Enlil, the nigga Enlil, he don't want that divine feminine energy being a ruler. He don't want that. He has a problem with that. He has a problem with a goddess being at the top. He has a problem with that. He has a problem. Us calling goddesses bitches and hoes and all that, that's from him. Right? Knocking us off from who we really was, we started to disrespect them because we forgot what the fuck they was. And we forgot what the fuck we was. That's why we started doing this shit. So the whole doctrine of the Bible is all an illusion. It's all an illusion. That ain't our truth. That's not the truth about how life was created. A man is not a ruler. A man can rule by being granted that position, but he's not the ruler over the world, though. He's not the ruler. It's the divine feminine energy, right? Because anciently, the way for you to become a chief is by you mastering all the arts of life, right? Because you think about a pharaoh is a chief. A pharaoh had to master ascension to even be crowned a pharaoh, right? After you become crowned a pharaoh, this is when you can start teaching to the other people in the tribe. That's a chief, right? But you can't be granted a chief unless you understand the arts or what it makes to be a chief. You have to know a lot of shit. You have to be able to teach other people. You have to be a good teacher. You have to be a good listener. You have to be very in tune with the divine feminine energy for you to even be crowned the chief. Right? So you say a man is the ruler. This nigga can't be a ruler unless he know who the fuck he is. This nigga ain't just gonna come out the gate just cause he got a dick. He rules shit. Nigga, nah, shit don't work like that. All you do as a man, you just provide the paint. But the woman is the one that makes the picture. Think about that. We provide the paint, but the woman is the one that make the picture. We can't we can't create a painting by ourselves without a woman, without the other counterpart. It don't work like that. We can't lead or do anything without the divine feminine energy. It just don't work like that. Right? So a lot of these niggas be claiming they love the females, but they be talking down on them though. So it's basically like, do you really like them, or is you trying to tell us something else, nigga? What is you trying to say? Why all of them gotta be bitches? Why you always gotta pin them down? Right? Why you gotta say all that? Maybe it's the bras that you fucking with that's making you believe that every woman is a bitch, everybody is a hoe. Because that's what you fucking with. That's your mentality. That's who you only want to fuck with. See, this is why men that ain't men, they always choose to go for a woman that's weak minded. They don't want to go for a real woman. They don't want to go for one that's weak minded. Right? A woman that's weak minded and that don't know her position, you can tell her anything. But a woman that knows her position and knows what she means to the earth and to the land, you can't just say anything to her because she gonna have the answers to what you telling her. She gonna know if you want some bullshit or if you saying it's true. That's what it is. So enlil, wanted to knock the real woman off so he could put all of these weak-minded females and these weak-minded niggas on the land to be the imposters of who we are and what we represent. That's what it is. That's why for me it's fuck Enlil and fuck his children, the Zionists, Jews, the dirty Moors, the Spanish conquistadors, the French, right? The French, they was dirty Moors too. The U.S. Army and all them was dirty Moors. Fuck them. They not our people. They ain't from over here. They came over here on that bullshit, and now them motherfuckers is getting dragged the fuck out. That's what's going on. That's why a lot of shit happening the way it's happening right now. Right. Um, you have to also realize that certain beings that you don't think got a connection to over here, some of them got a connection to over here. Some of them got a drop of blood, right, from the organic people to the land to why they still over here, right? So you would think that a pale faced motherfucker that's telling you some shit about who you is, you would think that's some bullshit because he don't look like us. No, he probably got a connection to over here. That's why he's able to gain a certain access to information, right? But in order for you to realize how that's even possible, you got to understand how these certain beings was designed, and you got to understand how we came in contact with these certain beings. So when they tell you about how the Moors had to help these white people become a generation of humans, they basically telling you about how these organic beings, us, the organic beings on the land, how we helped to nurture them and welcome them into our kind. The ones that we knew that was good. That's what they talking about. So you got some beings that don't look like us, but they got connections to who he is. Right? So this is why they can have access to certain information. Not all white people is white people. Not all of them on that bullshit. The enemy look just like you. The enemy ain't who you think he is. Cause I already told motherfuckers before that Hitler wasn't a bad person. Hitler Hitler had that drop of blood. That's why they was wearing the color red. Because he had that drop of blood. Hitler was gaining certain information by certain advanced forces that was allowing him to understand who the Jews was. The Jews was Enlil's children. Because Hitler, when he was explaining who the Jews was, who was he describing them as? Niggas. Because he said they had big noses. Right? Enlil and his children, they got big noses. Right? But we didn't even fucking get what he was even saying. Because he was having his rallies, little lecture rallies, and he was telling his people, man, we got to get the Jews out of here. They trying to take off our shit. We got to get rid of these motherfuckers. But he really speaking to us though. He had to become our spokesman. So the shit that he was saying, he was basically delivering the message back onto the organic beings on the land, which is us. So he had to drop of blood from the organic beings on the land. Because then you got to connect that to the symbol he used, the 9 and the 6. You got to understand the power of the 9 and the 6 to understand why he was in tune with this shit. But they got you thinking he was a bad motherfucker. No, he wasn't. That's why he had to kill himself, because he didn't want them to get their hands on him. Because if they got their hands on him, then they'll want to know how he knew what he knew and why he was saying that shit publicly. The motherfuckers didn't even know that. Yeah, he was on our side. He wasn't on that bullshit. That's why he was running tests on them and shit, testing their genetics, seeing where they was coming from, starving them out, all that shit, yeah, all that. Because he knew these motherfuckers wasn't no regular people. They wasn't from over here. That's what it is. Yeah, I could go off topic. I mean, I know a lot of shit. I could go off topic, but you know, it's what it is, though. I know a lot of shit, though. You know, I could go off topic though with this shit, though. But I ain't off topic, but it's just, you know, I'm telling you what it is, though. But enlil, he got you thinking, that the white motherfuckers is the enemy. Motherfucker that looked like he was cool, but nah. Enemy look just like you. You gotta realize that. And he put that shit all in the book. You just have to read it and understand what you being told and what he's saying. You gotta get in tune with this shit. Enlil kids is the ones that don't like us, like I said. Them enlil kids. Enlil kids is the ones that be drinking blood. What they call adrenochrome. Them enlil kids. And the reason why they like drinking the blood from these kids is because they know that these kids is connected to the land. A lot of these kids that's here right now, a lot of them is old souls. Those are powerful beings here. So they be drinking these kids' blood because they know who these kids is connected to. They know who these babies is connected to. Right? And that drop of blood will allow you to be present on the land. Without that drop of blood, the motherfuckers gonna get ran up out of here. They'll fuck around and die. Right? So this is why in 2020, right, when the sun was getting hot, a lot of them motherfuckers was dying off anyway. Because they didn't have that drop of blood, they wasn't connected to this shit. Right? And these synthetic Mach 5 robots, they don't have that drop of blood either. So they was dying too. Without that drop of blood from the organic beings on the land, you won't be able to survive in this motherfucker. You ain't gonna survive. So they gotta drink some blood from an organic vessel to be able to stay present on the land. That's what they gotta do. So that's why we be talking about blood drinkers and all that shit. Yeah, that's why they do that shit. Mm-hmm. So you have to realize, you know, what this shit is. Like I be saying, know your enemy, learn your enemy, learn how your enemy works, learn how your enemy moves around. Know yourself, then you'll know your enemy. If you don't know yourself, you ain't gonna know the enemy. That's why a lot of these motherfuckers out here that claim they us, but be still preaching that uh, Christian African shit. You know, these motherfuckers ain't our people because you still preaching the old doctrine that don't have no connections to our people. You the imposter. You not our people. Because, like I've said before, you see us on the YouTube scale. You see what we doing. You see we out here telling the truth. Now, for you to get on the internet and still preach this doctrine of old, like we need to be worshiping Jesus, we need to be going off this whole bullshit African shit. You preaching that while you seeing us preaching the truth, nigga. You infiltrated. You ain't our people. Like I said, you ain't us. Cause niggas know what's going on. Niggas will never say it, but niggas know what's going on. They know we telling the truth. Cause the shit I be saying, I have facts to what I'm saying, so I'm not just saying some shit. Alright? That's what it is. Right? So you got his kids that's still here. We gotta get rid of his kids. Enlil's kids. We gotta get rid of them. And they gonna leave. Them motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to stay around here because shit turning up right now. Them niggas is not gonna be able to stay around here. They gonna have to go. One way or the other. You can either do it the easy way or nigga you could do it the hard way. The easy way is you just packing your shit and getting the fuck on. The hard way, doing it the hard way is waiting around till one of us say, fuck it, we just about to start going upside your shit. That's the hard way. Personally, I would like it the hard way because all the shit these motherfuckers done did on the land. I would like it the hard way. Going upside they shit. Cause these motherfuckers they done too much bullshit on the land that the motherfucker can't just forget about. They done too much. Done way too much. Enlil himself done too much. Cause it don't, well, I ain't gonna say it don't make no sense, but it's fucked up that we have to clean his dirty work. We have to clean up shit that he did. We gotta clean up the dirty work. We gotta get our people to stop investing in the lies and shit. Stop pitting themselves in this position to where they don't know what the fuck to believe in. We gotta clear all that shit up because that's what he left. Right? So we gotta clear all that bullshit up. Some shit we shouldn't have to do, but we have to do it. What we gotta do. So are you Christian motherfuckers that still want to go off that enlil bullshit, that enlil sacrificing, blood sacrificing bullshit? Cause like I said, he writes in blood. Like I said, that's how he write. You still want to go off that shit? Hey, go right ahead. But just know you being deceived. Just know that. Cause a lot of these synthetic modified robots, they designed to only believe in a certain category of beliefs anyway. So you ain't gonna be able to get them to get past this shit anyway, cause they not organic to the land. So you might as well wrap it up with that. It ain't gonna matter. Them motherfuckers ain't designed to get anything because they don't have nothing within them to find. They don't have it. Because all these Mach 5 robots, just like the Dirty Moors, they imposters, right? They the reason why we don't know who the fuck we is on the land. We don't know who our people. They the imposters. That's all Enlil work. All his children. I told you, your mama, your daddy, they might be some motherfucking synthetic Mach 5 rubber. You don't even know. Right? That's why he be having motherfuckers in the medical field switching these babies at birth. He be having people switch these babies at birth so they can have a hard upbringing. Right? Because if you are organic to the land and if your blood connection to the land is powerful, them motherfuckers gonna try to knock you off your square, knock you off your shit by putting you in a family that's not yours. Right? So you gonna uh be introduced, right, to negativity, egotistical mindsets, hatred, self-hate. All that shit is gonna play a factor on you remembering who you are. So you have to be able to break the curse uh, of remembering who you are to be able to do what you got to do. But that's all designed and set up by Enlil. That's what he has to do to get us to not know who the fuck we are. Yeah, it's me. And did it to a lot of you that probably don't realize it. Did it to a lot of you. A lot of your parents ain't your parents. A lot of your family ain't your family. That's why they don't understand you. They treat you like you crazy. The more you start realizing what the fuck you is, the more crazy they gonna make you feel. As Enlil people. Them ain't your motherfucking people, nigga. You better wake the fuck up. Smell the motherfucking roses. It's real shit. This ain't no bullshit. This ain't no made up, egotistical, fake, woke shit. This is real shit. That's what it is. But you know, 30 more motherfuckers, they gonna be gone. They ain't gonna be here that long. Cause a lot of shit changing. It's snowing overseas and shit in Afghanistan and some shit somewhere I seen it snowing and shit. I just let you know this shit over with. Right? Hollywood. Right? Pay close attention to Hollywood. Hollywood is closing. Right? Because people be thinking that Hollywood is California. Hollywood ain't California. Hollywood is a whole nother different world. That's a whole nother different uh uh illusion, you could say. That's a whole nother different world. But it's closing down. A lot of motherfuckers out there going on strike against the motherfuckers that's doing the dirt out there. Motherfuckers are starting to get exposed for the shit they doing. All that. This shit over with. Enlil's plan of deceiving the organic people on the land, that shit over with. That shit is over with. It's a done deal. And he knows it's over with. His kids know it's over with. They can't deceive us no more. They can't lie to us. They can't tell us no fucking bullshit because we know what the fuck is going on. We know now. You know. We know what's going on. Jamal, free Larry Hoover, free Jeff Ford, Dr. Malachi York Z, um, Mamia Abu Jamal. They, still in cell too. Free them. They innocent people. They powerful people that enlil don't like. He don't like them for the sake that they exposing what he is. When you want to keep a secret, what? When you want to keep a secret from a people, you don't want none of those people to fuck around and figure out what you keeping from them. They don't want that, all right? And they don't want that. He don't want nobody exposing him for what the fuck he done. But motherfuckers doing it now. It is what it is. The cat's out the bag. You know, it's what it is though. But I'm about to go ahead and get off of here. This was just a quick little message, from the ancestors I need to give out. Once again, peace to the the sexy, beautiful goddesses, the divine feminine energy. Peace to y'all. Peace to the gods again. Peace to the gods on the land. Peace to y'all. Uh, Peace to the ancestors. Peace to the planet. Uh, y'all be safe out there. Uh, Take care of yourself. Love your neighbors. Love your people. Get people's views before you go and judge a person. Always get their view. Always listen to another person before you judge it. That builds character. Because once you listen to a person, and allow them to explain themselves, it's up to you to be the judge in who they are. It's up to you after that. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, just cheap all off. Y'all be safe out there. Peace, love, and light to y'all. Peace to the young cats. That's right.